Random guy by the name of Bhungane Hadebe has come out with some damning allegations on Instagram. Hello guys and welcome. This is The Coffee with Jay. I hope you guys are doing great. Now, Bhungane is accusing Beyonce and his wife JayZ. Yes, I said Beyonce. And yes, Bhungane is South African. He had to say, here's a short story about my life. Once upon a time, June 2022, I was minding my business. Then I was approached by the super rich people, an American gent, billionaire rapper and entrepreneur, and the lady from Houston, Texas, with a Creole lineage. They say they want me to have a baby with them because my bloodline is somewhat regal and special. I said, okay, pay me X amount of dollars and I'll do it. I'll give you my sperma seed. They didn't like that, so they figured they'd just unalive me and forcefully take it. They had hitmen who failed to take me out, tried food poisoning to give me a heart attack and a brain aneurysm, and they failed at that too. Long story short, they're still trying their best to unalive me and take my seed. And I'm just like, you're rich, pay me for it. SMH, anyway, I wrote some songs about my experience. Let's hope I don't mysteriously IE from letting you guys know this info before y'all get to hear the tunes. You guys ready for more? Anyway, here we go. I'll try and keep this as brief as possible so I do not waste anyone's time. In 2018, when JayZ and Beyonce came to South Africa for the Global Citizen concert, I was coerced to sell my soul to them unknowingly. This happened through means of dark magic rituals that I cannot get into in one post because of the lengthy, intricate, confusing details. However, a young man called Siyabonga Ngoze, Google him, was unalived a day before the concert and his death was ruled as an accident. The spirit of that young man was used in the ritual to exchange my soul with JayZ's. It sounds like fiction, I know, but I have no reason to lie. It's all true. Anyway, as I type this right now, JayZ has my soul and I have his. It's a process called exchanging of destinies. Cool. Time elapsed and they went on about their lives and I went on about mine until June 24th, the year 2022, when Rock Nation offered me a scholarship to Long Island University in New York. I declined the offer because I knew exactly the hidden malicious intentions behind it. Ukutwala is a process of acquiring wealth through dark magic rituals. Those two are heavy in that stuff, but now the problem is, after some time, in order to maintain the wealth acquired through this dark means, one must make a sacrifice to whatever evil gods. Now this is what they need me for. They need my sperm for an in vitro fertilization process so they can get a baby to sacrifice to the dark forces to maintain their wealth. If not, the dark forces usually take one of your own children. JayZ could have done it, but his sperm isn't fertile. That's why Beyonce kept having miscarriages for years. So I was willing to help these folks get out of the sticky situation for a substantial fee, of course, till they became greedy and thought they could poison me and having hitmen shoot me, and they failed for 3 years straight. One would think they would have learned their lesson by now, but it's simply not clicking. They need me. I do not need them. All they have to do is simply write a written apology, swallow their pride, negotiate a fee for my sperm, not bully me into submission. I have a few people who can validate that everything I'm saying is true, but that's not the purpose of this post. I don't need you to believe me. Also, Kanye West is not crazy. Everything he tells you about those people is 100% true. They try to do the same thing to me. Unfortunately, I'm not power hungry, nor do I have a desire to be famous. I seem to be left alone, but these folks simply won't let up. Signed, Bhungane Hadebe. Now, I know you guys, I thought this was some Harry Potter, some magical stuff that I was speaking about, a fake novel, but some people in the comment section said, what if we gave him that 1% benefit of the doubt? What if? Anyway, this guy continued, since 24 June 2022, my life has been hell. From receiving unaliving threats to having my food poisoned deliberately in attempts to unalive me and having my work stolen from me by the very people I once looked up to for guidance. It's been a tough time to say the least, but suffering in silence is even tougher when one acquires power through means of wealth and stardom. The obvious and morally correct thing to do would be to uplift those that come after them and look up to them, or at least the very least not destroy, steal and hurt those that are defenseless in attempts to fulfill insatiable egos and power trips. I'm not a social media guy and I hate being the center of attention, but when things are getting out of control, I have to use my voice before it's too late. Most of you industry folks know who I'm talking about, but most of y'all will throw a blind eye as always to protect Lord knows what. However, I will not sit in silence while these people steal from me and try to unalive me and my family. This ends here and now. Bhungane Hadebe.